Hey everybody, Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and I am the General Manager for Smackdown. Now before I continue on, if you've been following, Mitch and I are doing our little fantasy booking shows, so to speak. Mitch has Raw, I have Smackdown. We all have our own shows, we have our own certain rosters, and we have to book shows. We did a duo SummerSlam pay-per-view on Global Smith Entertainment, so you can check that out. And we are also posting our own custom-made posters along with the theme song, which I did in a couple of videos beforehand, which was No Mercy. So, the first SmackDown pay-per-view I am doing for this year, for the SmackDown solo pay-per-view, will be No Mercy. So I have made my card, and I am going to say my card. I'm going to explain the reasons why these matches are happening. I'm going to kind of explain to you what's going on. Mitch will be then doing his own Raw poster along with his own Raw show as well, which he will upload hopefully sometime this week. With that being said though, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start and I'm going to upload my show. I'm going to upload my card for the first SmackDown pay-per-view, No Mercy. So first things first. First of all, I'm going to go down the list of how I had it booked. So, first, the open contest will be a semifinals for the United States Championship. Now, if you watch the SummerSlam one, I noticed I didn't put the U.S. title on there. It was because I wanted to do a tournament to determine who's going to become the champion. Now, the tournament's going to continue until the next pay-per-view, which will be Vengeance. So, to sum up the U.S. title, so pretty much what it is pretty much a big draft lottery, a draft, like a Raw roulette, so to speak, where a bunch of random names get pulled and they get opportunity to compete for the title. So, that being said, we'll start with the order. So first, we have Carlito defeating Kalisto to advancing. We have Dolph Ziggler then facing Carlito by defeating Tyler Breeze. And then that bout, we have Carlito versus Ziggler, which Ziggler ends up winning. Keep in mind, this will be like 4 or 5 week build for the U.S. title tournament. Then we will also have Austin Aries versus Zack Ryder, which Austin Aries wins. Then we have Bobby Roode versus Nakamura. Nakamura loses, and I'll explain how he loses. He gets attacked by Triple H. I'll explain more about that one. So Roode wins. So it's Austin Aries versus Bobby Roode, which then Roode loses to Austin Aries. So it'll be Ziggler versus Aries in the semifinals. And that's going to be the open contest. The semifinals is going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Austin Aries. I think this will be a pretty good match. I think this will be a pretty good opener to kind of get the fans invested. And I would have Austin Aries win and defeat Dolph Ziggler and advance to the finals at Vengeance for the vacant United States Championship. Vacant. Next is for the vacant Tag Team Championships, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but I'm not going to call it that. I'm just going to call it the WWE Tag Team Championships. But I'm going to do, pretty much. So we got pretty much just another brief tournament. I'm not going to go all out, but this is how it's going to go. We already know the tournament. Revival ended up defeating Finn Balor and Hideo Itami at SummerSlam to go into the finals. So American Alpha defeated Gallows and Anderson to qualify. So now we have American Alpha versus the Revival, and I would have the match. This would be another good match. The fans would be into it, I think. I mean, these guys have had good matches in the past. And I would have the Revival win. I would have them become the first tag team champions because they're just impressive. Like, I have nothing against American Alpha, but I'm a big Revival fan. It'll give a bunch of heel heat and make these guys look good, moving forward. The third match is another semifinals for the United States Championship. Now let me go to this next part of the bracket. So first we got Hideo Itami defeating Elias Sampson to advance, and then we got T.J. Perkins defeating Daivari, which means he'll be Hideo Itami versus T.J. Perkins, which T.J. Perkins defeats Hideo Itami. Then, at the next one, we have Ty Dillinger losing to Kota Ibushi. And then Bray Wyatt defeating William Regal. it'll be Kota Ibushi versus Bray Wyatt, and Kota wins. Which means at No Mercy, we would have TJ Perkins versus Kota Ibushi for the final, who will face Austin Aries at Vengeance for the United States Championship. And I would give this to TJ Perkins. Because a lot of people will be looking at Kota Ibushi as the fan favorite. He'd be clear the favorite to win this. But a surprise victory would get the fans like, holy mackerel, we like this TJ guy, but we never thought he was going to win, and let alone advance into the finals to face Aries for the title. So it'll also be a good, it'll be great exposure for TJ Perkins. That's how I do it. Next, it will be one of the main events or at least one of the drawing matches for No Mercy. It will be John Cena versus Kurt Angle. We've seen this match before, but if you remember at the Elimination Chamber match back at SummerSlam on Global Smith Entertainment, I did the match where it was John Cena, Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, Nakamura, Triple H, and Kevin Owens for the vacant WWE Championship. Of course, Seth Rollins ended up winning that match, but there was some kind of heat between Cena and Kurt Angle going to this. It's not going to be anything spectacular. It's just these guys just don't like each other. They want to prove who's better. And I would give this match. See, this was very tough because I'm still kind of split. But I would honestly have John Cena win. John Cena beats Kurt Angle the first time. And of course, Kurt Angle's he's just pissed. He gets pissed off. And the way this feud continues. But for now, John Cena does defeat Kurt Angle. But barely. He barely was able to do it. That Kurt Angle gives Cena a run for his money. I think this will be a great match. Next, we got a triple threat match for the WWE Television Championship. We got Broken Matt Hardy, the current champion, versus Bobby Roode and Finn Balor. Now, in this match, it'll be just a straightforward triple threat match. Nothing spectacular or anything. I would have Broken Matt retain the title by pinning Finn Balor due to the fact that Will and Regal somehow gets involved. We're kind of confused on why did Will and Regal, out of all people, come out to attack Finn Balor. You know what I mean? And that will be explained at the next pay-per-view. So Broken Man ends up pinning Finn Balor to retain the title, plus then maybe a future match maybe with Bobby Roode. So next match, we got a one-on-one match. It's going to be Triple H versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, if you remember in the Chamber, Triple H was the first one eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Triple H came back with a steel chair, and he pretty much beat the hell out of Shinsuke, and a pedigree on the chair, which cost him the match, which Kevin Owens ended up pinning Nakamura, eliminating him. So the rivalry doesn't stop there. Next, we have the roulette, and there's only one spot left for the United States Championship tournament. Triple H is really hoping it's him. He's very confident, but out of nowhere, bam! It's Nakamura. Nakamura gets the last spot, and Triple H is even more angry. He's more furious than ever. So during the match with him and Bobby Roode, Nakamura looks like he's about to win. Out comes Triple H, hits him with a sledgehammer, and Bobby Roode ends up picking up the pinfall victory and going out to face Austin Aries. Then Triple H gets back in the ring, hits a pedigree on the chair, and then from there the feud just escalates. Pretty much Triple H pretty much saying, nobody eliminates Triple H, especially if he's the first one out, not some joke, some goofball like Nakamura. No one can defeat the game or something generic, and I cost him the match because nobody eliminates me, and nobody gets a title shot before me, or gets an opportunity before me, and then that's how the feud escalates. And I would have Nakamura win, but then Triple H afterwards getting a sledgehammer and attacking Nakamura, which means Nakamura is out for a couple of weeks. Kayfabe out for a couple of weeks. So Triple H was pretty much the last man standing, although Nakamura won the match. Next, we got the WWE Women's Championship. Now, I know they call it the Smackdown Championship. I like the design and everything, but I'm going to just slightly change the name a little bit to the WWE Global Women's Championship. So it's still the same design, it's still Smackdown title, just the name's going to be split because I hate the Smackdown name. the WWE Smackdown Women's Championship just sounds stupid. So I'm going to call it the Global Women's Championship. And it's between Bayley and Asuka. As you know, Bayley defeated Carmella to advance the finals, and then Asuka ended up defeating Nia Jax to compete. So it's Bayley and Asuka for the Women's Championship. And I would have Asuka win the match. Surprisingly, because you think, because I'm a big Bayley mark, you think, oh, I'm going to give it to Bayley. Bayley will be champion, but giving it to Asuka would, again, kind of shock the fans, thinking, oh my gosh, Asuka, is the champion. We thought it was going to be Bayley. And plus, it furthers maybe a future feud. Maybe with those two, or maybe somebody else. Next, we got the main event. It's the WWE Championship match. It is Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. Now, of course, Seth Rollins is the current champion. He's making his first title defense against one-on-one against Kevin Owens. If you remember from the SummerSlam match, it came down to Owens and Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins ended up winning with a roll-up. He just barely was able to beat Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is just pissed off. So pretty much, week after week, Kevin Owens just attacks people. He's just crazy. He wants Seth Rollins. He just assaults Seth Rollins. He wants a shot. And he ends up winning a triple threat match to become number one contender. So now, pretty much the build up is just, Kevin Owens, pretty much, Seth Rollins, you can't beat me one-on-one. You can't do it. You can't get the job done. I'm more remorseless. I'll show you no mercy. Act no mercy. Seth Rollins saying, I'm a proud champion, because Kevin Owens is going to be one of the top heels, and Seth Rollins is going to be the top faces of the SmackDown division. So they have their match. I think it would be a great, great main event. And at the end, I would have Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Their shoulders both get pinned on the floor. Therefore, it's a draw. So nobody wins. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get a little mad, but that means the feud gets to continue. And we know this match would be really, really great for a main event. And plus, then that means they can step it up at Vengeance. So that's pretty much my card right there for my No Mercy first SmackDown pay-per-view, which will be No Mercy. Now I want you to comment down below. Tell me, do you guys like this card? Were there any changes you would have made? Were there some decisions I would have done a little bit differently? What would you have done differently? Now, again, that's my first SmackDown pay-per-view. I don't know what Mitch is going to do for Raw, but we'll see what he comes up with. We'll see what he comes up with in a week or whenever he does the video. You might even not even do it. You might never do it. But, again, I'm not Mitch. But, that being said, though, thank you guys for joining this video. And be prepared, because of Global Smith Entertainment, apparently there might be a Raw poster and a Raw theme song for that pay-per-view, which I believe is Clash of Champions, and he will make his card. I doubt he's going to do that. Because, it's Monday Night Raw. They're always cocky. They always think they're going to do everything, right? But in reality, they don't know jack. That they don't know anything. That they just think they're number one, they're automatically better, when in reality they're not. SmackDown actually put the time and effort. In fact, I already have my Vengeance card already done. So, but either that, thank you guys for watching this video. And also, I want you to comment down below. Tell me, what do you think would have been match of the night out of this card? Which one do you think would have been match of the night as well? And I also want you to get ready. Like I said, Raw is going to be hopefully being uploaded on Global Smith Entertainment. And then once that's done with, you're going to judge. You're going to vote for who had the better poster / theme song with it. And you're going to vote who had the better card overall. And then that's going to determine who was better for this month. Was it Raw or SmackDown? But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.